like to fall back. You got everybody thinking I'm all bad. You know it's true. I was always holding you down. You down. Baby. What is this for this girl? What is love? Love, what is love? You believe in it for so.
Yo, what it do, man? This is your boy North End Floyd, man. I'm back with another episode. This is Ep.216, man. This is the Kickback podcast. You can watch this on YouTube, you can watch this on LinkedIn, and you can also watch this on Facebook, man. I got a guest that I've been wanting to have him for a while, man. Like this is dope finally having on the show because it's been a long time coming, man. How you doing? How you doing, Judge? What's going on with you?
I'm doing pretty good, brother.
Man, we had we
I
had some
can't see
technical.
you right now.
You can't see me?
No?
Oh, I don't know why you can't see me, man. I can see you. Yeah, we can all see you.
Okay.
I know you had called me and we had to figure some things out and I seen that we were still on the call. So
Yeah.
I had to
Yeah,
hung it up.
it's like it hung up and then switched over.
Yeah, I hung it up and then switched it over. But I think everybody can see you.
Y'all can see me? Okay.
Yeah, we can see you. We can see you good.
Okay, we'll just go with what we got.
Yeah, yeah, you know,
Okay,
I
there
would.
we are. Okay.
Okay. Oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm good now.
See, we good. We rocking and rolling.
Okay, bro.
I would have loved to have you over, but you know, we had like a little situation and stuff like that, and I definitely understood that. And
Yeah.
I seen earlier, not earlier this year, but I seen you had like a leg injury, a knee injury.
Yeah, I slipped and fell at home and cracked my kneecap, my ankle.
Oh,
I
okay.
was wearing a boot and a brace for
I
several
thought it
months in physical therapy.
I thought it was a sports injury or something like that. You was
I
out
wish. No, it's
back your
hardwood floors and you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. It's just been a busy day today.
Yeah, you
But I'm
been
doing good. I can't complain. God's
you been
good, brother.
you been campaigning and doing your thing, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
How is it? How is it every on the campaign when you got to do your campaign thing? Is it like this all the time?
Well, in 22, I was unopposed, so I didn't really have to do a whole lot of campaigning.
Mm-hmm.
2018, it was hectic. It was trying to be everywhere and working, 12-hour shifts on top of it.
Yeah.
So I was pretty hard on that. But 22, I didn't have an opponent, so now I have two opponents: one for March 3rd and another one for November election.
Yeah, you have your opponent is Stacey Lewis.
Yeah, Stacey Lewis Jr. and then I have Joe Evans as a Republican in the November 3rd election.
Yeah, I know both of those guys. I know 'em I got a good relationship, I could say, with both of those guys. Is it common for you to run against, I don't know if you have a relationship with them or not.
I only recently met both of them. Really, I knew of Stacey from the school board.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I've done seen on that, but Mr. Evans, I only recently met him
Yeah.
not too long ago. I've seen him before at Minnie Rogers.
Yeah.
Mentor the kids.
Recently a school board council. I mean, he's in the school board, so
Right, they're both on the school board.
Yeah. So you originally from Beaumont?
Yes, sir. Born and raised right in Pear Orchard, Beaumont.
I knew you was gonna say the Pear Orchard for some reason. You just gave me Pear Orchard vibes, man.
Yeah, right there off of St. I was born on Eleanor Street and raised off of St. James, and then we moved to Skipwood, right by Federal Elementary.
Okay. And so, like, growing up, was that the goal for you to always get into, like, as far as like law enforcement or public service when you was growing up?
More for law enforcement. We always want to be a police officer or deputy sheriff.
So,
Started back in 1981 with the sheriff department.
and the sheriff department, how was those times back in the days in the 80s? I was born in 1980, so
It was different time.
it's definitely different now.
Working old jail downtown at the courthouse, and we moved to the new jail, and it was different. Then I went on patrol and the academy and everything else from there.
And how long you was a sheriff office?
For 16 years and 22 years with the constable's office.
as far as a constable, like what is a I mean, I had a constable. I had him on before. You know, what I'm saying, I guess a dope guy had
Yeah.
him on before. But what is the role as far as
Constables officer, they're peace officers, but we also serve civil citations, evictions, child support papers, small claims, restraining order, any type of court papers generated by the court, either from a JP court or a district court.
okay? All right, and y'all still can arrest people, huh? People be out speeding and
They still
all
do
that.
traffic stops, they do everything else.
Okay,
It's a smaller department.
okay, and as far as you running for precinct 1,
Yes, sir.
what does all that consist of? Is that an area or is that just a certain?
Yeah, it's all of the north of Old Town,
Hmm.
downtown area, Old Town, the Oaks Historic District, all the north end,
Hmm.
west end, Bevel Oaks, Northwest Forest area, all of East Texas Freeway, both sides, Highway 105, and then also I-10 all the way down to Brooks Road. It's one of the largest precincts in the county.
Okay. Um, Now as far as I always see you like if somebody, unfortunately if it's a murder in Beaumont, I always see you like make the report. Do you have to go on the scene?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Dang, so
I get a
you
phone
just
call from Beaumont PD or whatever agency is involved, either Beaumont PD or the sheriff's office. And we
so you,
worked for a while with they needed a JP in Port Arthur. I went on rotation with them, so we actually answered calls for Port Arthur also.
so
So
you
anytime it's a homicide or unnatural death or suicide,
mhm.
all the pedestrian accidents, stuff like that, we go out on the scene.
So you just left the scene today then.
Unfortunately, I've had a lot of
Unfortunately,
overdose.
unfortunately you did.
Kendrick Smith.
My bad. I'm sorry. Let me take this.
Yeah, it's been
Let me take that off. Let me take that off, man. People calling. I wouldn't mind having people call and ask questions and stuff, but I don't think that was a question getting called for. I think that
okay.
was just somebody hitting me about the situation that we was just talking about.
Yeah,
Um, but I know I have a lot of questions, but since we was talking about as far as the unfortunate murder, um,
yeah, and also went out to the plane crash in Sabine Pass near Seagram State Park about a month ago.
oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, unfortunately, I seen it was a how many people
It
passed
was
away?
only the first, the pilot.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that that happening over there and stuff.
yeah,
Uh, as far as like a lot of teens and the community been voicing their concerns. I think I seen you make a few posts as far as the crime out here. What do you think about it as far as the juvenile, the young teens out here, unfortunately committing murders and
yeah.
getting
It's been
caught?
a lot of youth violence, especially on like 15, 16-year-old, 17-year-old kids. Um, I don't know, times have changed. Used to be kids, you catch them stealing candy from a candy store. Now they're robbing the stores
Mhm.
and crazy things. I don't know. It's different
I,
when I grew up. We never heard anything like that with kids doing anything. You may
I
get stealing apples or something, but
Yeah, I know. I met you the first time we was at Dad's Donuts for Dads. Yeah, I
yeah,
think it was at Willie Ray Smith.
right over
And
called.
yeah, as far as like the schools, do you visit a lot of schools? Do you talk to a lot of teens?
I talk to a lot of students. We go to with the Robe program where we read to the kids and go to different schools talking to the kids. Trying to deter them from the drugs and from the violence. Trying to find a way to de-escalate the situation without going to physical violence. You know.
Yeah, I know when I talk to the kids that day and just having a conversation with them and just asking them like as far as what do they see in the future for what they want to be. A lot of them was saying like streamers and basketball players and gamers and stuff. It was like it was no kind of like back in the days when we were saying I know times has changed, but we were saying like, just
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of them fall into sports,
lawyers.
but very few people make the sports.
Yeah,
They-
and that's what I was saying, what I'm saying, as far as having other options, but I don't think as far as the kids they was hearing it, I think they was just had a direct.
younger generation, especially the high school kids, are either geared towards college, military, or some type of trade school, real life trade, and that's what we need. get with partnership with some of the industries, like the refineries,
Mhm.
with operators, because a lot of kids don't won't make it to college. Some may do a trade school or something, but a lot of them aren't, may not make it to college, but they need some type of job and training.
Yeah, and I always say that too, as far as like having like I believe in like higher education
Right.
because eventually I didn't have any other choices. The military wasn't an option. I was too old for it. So I
Right.
went back to school to get my education. That changed a lot for me. And I just think like a lot of kids are not prepared once they graduate high school because it's the real world after that.
They have to be, be settled in, to really do that. Be career oriented in education, looking for, higher education. But, some
Yeah.
kids do and some don't.
Terry Roy. Do you know Terry Roy? He said, y'all been knowing each other since
Yeah,
for over 50
we
years.
went to school since, well, probably since I think elementary school or kindergarten.
Yeah, Terry Roy. He's a proud Paraarchy
Yeah,
uh citizen and stuff. And I think he just made a post. I don't know if he was serious about it, but he was talking about at large councilman. So what do you think about that?
yeah, I heard that the other day too.
Yeah, what do you think about Terry getting that position and running for it?
Terry's a good guy. I've known him, all my life. But as judges, we can't really get into
Ah,
politics, with people candidates.
I got you.
Can't do it
Definitely.
any better. I've known Terry since we were kids. We grew up on the same street on St. James. In fact, my mom used to walk us. His mom used to meet us at my mom's house, and we would walk from there to school. Almost
Okay.
every morning. So we grew up knowing each other since we were kids.
Okay. Um, as far as being a judge, what do you think? What's one of the most misunderstood things that people think about y'all?
A lot of things we make a lot of money. There ain't a lot of money in this job.
I think I was gonna say I thought you did.
I come back to my office to see me. But no, it's not an 8 to 5 job, especially as Jason does as a piece. You're on
Okay.
call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Mhm.
I try to get to bed by 9 o'clock because I know after midnight the phone's going to ring. It's either going to be a hospital calling or law enforcement calling on a fatality. And I'll tell them about it. I keep a polo shirt,
Mhm.
pair of tennis shoes, and blue jeans hanging in my closet because I know it's any time, day or night, we have to go out those scenes.
Is it getting more frequent now?
Off and on, yeah.
Yeah.
I just head out there. I just, when they call me, where you need me at? You know,
I know everybody got their own opinions about what we can do as far as crime. I had the mayor on. He talked about it. I had AJ Albertern on. He talked about it. Um but like you said, as far as like I I don't know if they still have these programs. I didn't do my research, but I know when I was going to school, like we had summer programs for like us to have like jobs and we'll clean up the school or we'll put chairs around and stuff. I don't know if they still had those type of programs at BISD, but it seemed to be a lot of kids with a lot of time to do all this stuff.
yeah. Well, I think Taylor Career Institute has some more real life job training and stuff over there.
Hmm.
Some of the other schools, there's early college or the middle
Okay.
school like Shakes Free over by Delaware. Um,
Yeah.
also, there's early college over there too. But, they really need more jobs, more things to do. You know, um, 'cause this ain't out at the basketball court. That's fun, but
Yeah.
it's like the old saying, "Idle minds, the devil's workshop."
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as now, let me ask you this. I mean, it's February. I think the time has passed, but I seen you do this every year as far as like with marriage certificates, like some discounts. Like, what do you have going on if people want to get married around Valentine's Day?
Yeah, we do free weddings around Valentine's Day, and also at Christmas time. It's
Oh,
just
Christmas.
get back to the kids, and just doing
As far
something.
as
Not all about the money.
yeah, as far as marriages, Has it dropped down? Are a lot of people still getting married out there?
Getting married. We checked around the first of the year, just curious about how many we've done in the last 7 years,
Uh-huh.
and we've done over 700 weddings in 7 years. 700.
Okay. Okay,
And I
that ain't bad.
contacted me. I did the wedding on a Friday, and Monday morning she wanted an annulment,
Mm.
basically a divorce. And I'm like, I can marry you and I can pronounce you dead, but I can't divorce you. Well, that was a fast wedding, fast honeymoon or whatever.
She said she was trying to get it over. Somebody said it's we was talking about
No.
somebody said it starts at home first. Parents need to be involved with their kids more.
Right. Parents need to be parents. A lot of them want to be their friends. It's all right being their friends, but we have to be parents too. And teach the kids there's consequences for everything they do.
Yeah.
Can't reward for bad behavior.
Yeah, Miss Tisha Chanel, she was like, it was called the Green Team at the recreational center back in the days. The Green
Yeah.
Team, I'm not sure what she talking about. You know what she talking about?
Yeah, they would have had them out, doing things out the community,
Okay.
community service, clean up the cemeteries and just doing things,
Jeez. Yeah, we wasn't doing that. We was cleaning up. I think it was Little Brook at the time.
Yeah.
They had us over there cleaning up and stuff. As far as we talking about as far as kids, would you like to see a lot of young kids in public service going into law enforcement?
Yeah, so, police, probation, firefighters, EMTs, nurses, doctors, yes, school teachers.
Mhm.
Love to see a lot more of that. We need them.
Yeah, I know. As far as Beaumont Police, they was a lot of people on the outside are saying like Beaumont Police needs a lot of more diversity.
They do. All law
Yeah,
enforcement do. Same with any profession.
yeah, yeah.
And we need more.
You're not lying. In my profession, it's definitely
You know,
not.
when you go into situation, you want to see people that look like us.
You feel
No
more comfortable.
disrespect to anybody, but young people, they want to see people that look like them too.
Yeah, yeah.
You
You
know,
want to see
encourage them
people
all.
like
Get
can
in
really. And I think it's just a mindset thing. Like you said, more firefighters. You don't see too many black firefighters out there, especially in the area.
and EMTs and everything else.
Yeah, it's all available right there for them. I think LIT got all those programs.
Right here in Beaumont.
Yeah, and
Everything. They
I
even
think
have the operators and for the refineries, different job
yeah.
welders, plumbers, electricians, things that we need,
Mhm.
mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's I think as far as like adults, like you said, as far as the parents, we have to give like our kids those options to let them
Right.
know that those are options out there for them instead of just like to me, what I see is a lot of parents after high school is like, once the graduation and they put on this big, celebration and stuff, it's like, okay, go do what you got to do now, what I'm saying, out there in the real world, and the real world is just eating them up out there. And
Yeah.
I think we gotta do better as far as, preparing them for what's
Right.
out.
Yeah.
Uh, as far as, as far as, like, all your roles and stuff, like, what shaped you? What prepared you as far as a JP? Because, like I said, you gotta get up in the middle of the night. You have your clothes ready. So, as being a sheriff and all that, did that shape you, or you just had to.
That prepared me on the law enforcement side on it and the public service because I've been active in the public for all my life, from serving as altar server at church to volunteering with different organizations.
Mhm,
Um, but as a JP, I always thought about it, but it's always that police mentality in the background. But
mhm,
when it came available, I ran back in 2010, and we lost by a couple hundred votes. So in
mm,
2016, when it came up again, or 2018, I was overwhelmed by the response we got back from the community.
mhm,
One with 67% of the vote in the primary and 76% of the vote in the general election.
yeah.
So the turnout was good, and that was right after Hurricane Harvey.
Yeah.
And it was a rough time.
Yeah, it definitely was. I think I left the area in 2018. So unfortunately, I don't think I voted for you in 2018. I was out there in Corpus. So
Look at
but
back here, and because I just brought it to simple. You look for I bring fairness and justice.
mhm.
You know, and for all citizens, regardless of political affiliation. Because when you come to court, you're not wearing a hat saying Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, Tea Party. You just look for a fair hearing and fairness and justice, and resolve whatever differences they have.
What do you think makes a good JP?
Being fair, being in the public, or being accessible to the people. Your integrity, respect for everybody. You know, it's not a job for anybody. It's a hard job. It really is. Um,
Uh,
and there's things that we see as JPs they won't show you on TV. We're out there when the things actually happen. You go into a scene, you can still smell the odor of the gunpowder,
mhm.
blood, all that they show you on pictures and hearings and stuff in the trials. But we actually see firsthand the devastation and violence that we see in our community and the crimes and homicides, of course. The things people do to each other is just unbelievable.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Like you said, you see all them, you see all the unfortunate deaths out there, and
You see it firsthand, and unfortunately, the suicides too.
yeah, yeah,
And,
that could
and,
change a person.
and young people, old people, it's just. We had one gentleman actually commit suicide on Facebook Live and live streamed the whole deal.
Yeah, jeez, man.
It's
Uh,
crazy.
I think I didn't know this entertainer, but an entertainer recently committed suicide either yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Mhm.
He was a rapper, and he was leaving videos saying like this was gonna be his last album and all kind of stuff, and I guess he eventually did it. So uh, mental health is very important out here, and I think as far as like a lot of kids out here they don't understand how to like handle their emotions out there.
Yeah, a lot of them don't know how to reach out to get the help.
I don't think they know
They
where
don't know
they
where
can
to
reach
go
out.
to. And it's something that really needs to be making aware. We see things and talk to your people, talk to your kids.
Hmm.
But some of the time they just need somebody to talk to. You know.
Yeah. Terry Roy said, Ben has always been active in the community and has been very unselfish and fair person.
I
Uh,
appreciate it.
Regina Gordon says, you still have my vote, Judge.
Okay.
Can everybody no matter where they stand, Beaumont, can they? I mean, is your name on the ballot?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I know, I
Scene
know.
one. It's on. It doesn't cover like the South Park or South End area. It's not on the ballot on that end.
Okay, okay, all right,
One
yeah.
area is on the ballot.
Yeah, because I know it's some more people that are on the ballot that a lot of people are very familiar with. And when I went out there to vote, they wasn't on the ballot, and I forgot he told me like his district was a certain area. So
Right.
I seen that. So like he said, if you stay in the South End, what South Park area too?
No, sir. That's on Judge Jones's area. We have
Okay,
all the Old Town area, Willow Creek area, um, Forest Park area. North End, West End, Pebble Oaks, Northwest Forest.
okay,
Yeah. Um, like Concord Road back up in there.
hmm.
It's a pretty large precinct, but for
That is
South,
a large.
but South End, Terrell Park, and all that, that's Judge Jones's precinct.
Okay.
And for
As far as you being working with the sheriff office and a constable, how do you think as far as and then do you think it's okay right now? But how do you think as far as the police can as far as like uh the community, how can we build more trust between the police and the community? Because I see they doing stuff as far as the parks and stuff. They make an effort. So
right.
how
There's
do you
more
think we
community
can
involvement, being out there in the community and interacting with the community. You know, just being accessible and available to them, going out to different events.
hmm.
Mingling with the kids and mingling with the community on every event they have.
Yeah.
Don't wait till you get a call for a disturbance. Go out there and make your presence known.
Yeah, and I think I think you're right about that because like as far as some of the people out there, the community, we only see some of these officers when they are arresting whoever it is, and like you said, if they have events out there, we don't see
Go out,
them.
yeah, on positive things like the MLK parade we just had.
Hmm.
You know, different things in the community. They have a bazaar. Just go out there and socialize.
Hmm.
You know, being accessible. It used to be in the old days. They used to walk the beat, walk down the street, walk down the high, down downtown Beaumont.
Oh,
Checking business.
that was the thing. Y'all actually was walking the beat.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought that was like some East
talk,
Coast
talk to
Philadelphia
big
thing.
businesses. Going into different stores or whatever,
Uh huh.
and talking to the owners. And talking to the people.
Yeah.
Information. It's an
Do we
important
need
thing.
do we need to hire more people out here in from the city? Because I know the city. I mean, you hire who you hire and stuff. So you might have people from Bridge City and Orange and stuff. So they might not, as far as the community, they might not be as close as a community if they lived out here.
Right. And
I know
that's the
I
big
know that was an issue.
in here. They come down here to work and then they go back, to other parts.
Hmm.
Some go outside the county.
Yeah.
But I always think it's good to have people that live here, work here that actually live here.
Hmm.
There've been more
That
in
was
town working in the community. Then you see them every day. You'll see them at Walmart. You see them at, you know, Kroger's or whatever,
yeah. I
Uh,
seen it's an officer. He lives out here. I was out there at the golf course. I was practicing some golfing out at the golf range, and he seen me out there and he pulled up on me. And we hit a few
same
golf
way we
balls.
we'll see each other at churches and stuff,
Yeah.
'cause you're right. And that's what people need to see. That you don't
Yeah.
just come around just when something happens. You're out there when on the positive things,
Yeah.
churches, bazaars, different events, charity events, fundraisers. Just be out there and be seen.
Yeah. And
Be
to that
available.
and to that officer who seen me at the golf range and came, he hit a few of my balls. He did not help me pay for those balls. I paid for those golf balls to hit. He hit about 7 of them and he shanked most of the all 7.
Well,
So to that officer,
he owes you at
I'm
least a
not.
bucket of balls or something,
He
bro.
owed
Come
me a
on.
bucket of balls, man. Golly, man. I mean, it ain't that expensive, but she's he shanked all
Oh,
7 of
he's
them.
taking advantage of the situation, bro.
You play
Uh,
golf, Judge?
I tried in high school. I don't have patience for it.
It's
You know,
tough.
I could tear up some grass. I can tell you that. I could
It's
tear up a
tough,
lot of it.
man.
Yeah. But didn't get the swing dial right.
Yeah, you a Cowboy fan too, right?
Oh, die hard. Die hard. Win,
Yeah,
lose,
man.
doesn't matter to
I
me.
see you. I be
You
seeing you on social
know,
media, man. When we take a loss, you got to deal with them haters out there.
yeah, too. You know, you have to deal with it. Somebody got to win, somebody got to lose. As long as it's a fair fight, I mean, a fair game, I'm all for it. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
mad when they lose. I do. I'll even threaten to have people yard sales and sell some of this stuff, but when you
Yeah.
keep it,
Yeah, man, it's tough being a fan out there, but
yeah.
hey, man, it is what it is. We had a bond. I don't know if you could talk about this, but I mean, it didn't pass. How did you feel about the bond not passing for the city?
I think they put too much into one package. I think that came out a little bit here, a little bit at a time.
Mm,
I think it was just too much altogether for the people to really to understand what was going on. They should have prioritized what we really need instead of all the different things they had. Like some of the fire stations need to be redone. Police
yeah.
department, police station need to be redone. Um, and some of the other things, the riverfront park and all that. But I think it was just
Mhm.
too much at one time. They're asking. You know,
Yeah, a lot of people was mad that they didn't separate.
and so I think it
All
should have been. Do a couple of them at a time. Let's start at the basic what we have to have. It's
yeah,
like reading all in the house. You do what you have to do first, and all the luxuries you get that later. You know, and don't come up here with several millions and millions of dollars, and
mhm.
you can pay taxes high enough. I
Yeah,
went to
that,
sell
yeah,
because I wanted to know what it was all about too. I pay taxes. I have property.
mhm.
You know, and some things they were just asking too much.
Yeah. Miss Lillian Brown said it was rushed.
Yeah, it was. It would need more information on it. So I'm saying let's get the priorities first. We can
Yeah,
do
I mean,
whatever.
I voted for a few things on there. It's a few things on there I didn't vote for. But I was, as far as like you said with the police station, uh, I think it was something for Alice Keith for the youth out there that I
Okay,
voted for.
more like for a recreational recreational center, kind of like we have at the Sterling Pruitt Center.
Mhm.
They need it out in that area.
Yeah, they do. They
They do,
do.
yeah, and we need a park in the Pear Orchard. We've never had a park in the Pear Orchard, and I
The
think
power.
the Al Price school, not Al
Yeah.
Price, Price Elementary,
Hmm.
been a perfect place to have a park. Something for the kids to go do.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean,
Perfect.
I went voted yesterday, and they had we got basketball courts all over. When I
Yeah,
went voted at Roger Park, it was kids out there. It was black kids out there playing tennis,
yeah,
like some young black kids out there playing tennis, and that right there was like it made me say, "Look, I know we got basketball courts at every park, but we used to have tennis courts at Magnolia Park, but they
right.
changed it to a basketball court, and I think we need to get
Let's
back
play
to putting,
basketball. You
yeah,
know, so tennis, something different. You
exactly something different for the kid."
know,
It made me smile to see them doing something different other than basketball and football. I know that's the thing that runs sport, basketball and football, but just seeing them out there playing tennis, that was pretty dope to me.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just reading the questions on here. Somebody said they should have planned the packages better for the citizens to review and feel more comfortable with what's being offered. I know they had a committee as far as a bond committee. They didn't ask you to be a part of that.
ask me.
Yeah,
No,
you wouldn't want to be on it.
I would love to have been on it, but I wouldn't ask.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, uh,
Um, yeah, Terry Roy said we need to push for a park out there. I didn't know y'all didn't have. I thought y'all had a park out there.
had a what?
I thought y'all had a park out there in the Power Orchard.
No, you got not in parallel to around St. James area. There's one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so- with Tabernacle Church. There's a park over there.
Mhm.
Everything from like 4th Street on back, or Houston Avenue back to 11th Street, back to towards Zumos and all that. There's nothing. There's nothing for
Nah,
those kids.
yeah, yeah. When I think about it, that area, and I'm not too familiar about it, but I've been out there a few times, and it's no, it's not really nothing.
Closest park for the kids so about West Tabernacle Church.
Yeah. How can
Uh,
we make that? How can the community make that happen? What do they need to do as far as to get them a park out there? Do they need to talk to their councilman? Do they need to go to one of these
yeah,
council?
they need to land, but the problem right now is the old price school has been sold to a private individual.
Mm,
When it belonged to a BISD and then they had to tear it down for the asbestos,
mhm.
it could have been a prime location to have a park. But it went to a private seller, private real estate and everything else. Now there's some subdivision they want to build over there. But
Yeah. I think we just gotta man, we gotta get more. We gotta get the citizens that stay in these communities to really kind of voice their opinion.
yeah,
Because
well,
they a
to
lot of
do.
a lot of people feel like the city only takes care of the West End.
Right, they feel forgotten.
Yeah, they feel forgotten, but
We have roads in Belmont that you can't go down in the daytime, and heaven help you if you drive down at night.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
potholes that will readjust your whole attitude on life.
Yeah, that's one reason why I got a Jeep, man. I hit a pothole, I'll be a little decent for the moment until it just
I'm about
it,
to go back to a 4x4 pickup truck
yeah.
because it's bearing my children.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because I mean, when I had a car, I hit a pothole one time on Redwood, off of Concord, and sheesh, man, I hit the city. I emailed them and told them about the pothole, but they said they used to reimburse, but they didn't reimburse me. The only thing they did was just fill up the pothole, but I still had to fix my rim.
No, I've never known them to do anything. We found filed cases in my court trying to get reimbursement on damages, and you know,
Mm. Terry Roy say people are scared to ask and talk. I don't know why people would be scared to ask and talk though.
yeah,
I don't they scaring people like that.
Some people feel intimidated; they're not going to get anything, so why bother?
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. People think that their voice won't be heard, and I think that's when the youth. I think that's where we got to get the youth involved to step up because the youth is a little bit more fearless.
Yeah, well,
So
ability, you know.
yeah. Speaking of the youth, I always see like kids. They're always at your courtroom, like they taking pictures with the robe on. How does that happen? How does the kid get to
Well,
do
we,
that?
we have a junior judge program when the kids come to court.
Yeah.
We have two robes, basically they're graduation robes that
Hmm.
we acquired, and we make the kids honorary judges. We swear them in where they promise to stay in school, stay off drugs, listen to their parents, obey their parents, and obey the law. And I actually put them on the bench
Hmm.
and allow them to strike the gavel. We take photos.
Do that?
You know,
Is that through a school?
nope,
Through their
that's not to me. Give a
oh.
child in, and we make them, make us feel special for them. We also let them come in for their graduation pictures.
Hmm.
They have a picture of them in the cap and gowns, and then they can have a picture of them on the robe sitting on the bench. Kind of, like the future ambition, future judges, future
Okay.
lawyers. It's something
So
different for the kids.
so how can I get my daughter to get in this program?
Give me a call. Let me know what date and time you want to come up there.
Okay, and I just come up there and she'll.
Put the robe on her. She can get on a bench, strike the gavel. You know,
I'm gonna
and
have
we include that on the weddings too. If, the parents come in when we do the weddings, I have the parents put a robe on as honorary judges.
mhm.
They get to sentence the bride and groom to life together. You
You're
and
sentenced to
strike the
life
gavel. But with the kids, it's just something special for them. And a lot of times I have different toys and stuff for the kids, teddy bears or cards for the boys or different things. Whatever I have, I pick up, have it used at the office.
together.
I don't have any kids, so kids in my heart. That's you want to give me a smile, bring the child around. We'll give them a smile.
I got you. We got a question for you. Somebody said, "How can people in the community connect with Judge Collins to help with programs and partnerships?"
Give me a call. Let me know when you want to meet. We can sit down and see what we can do.
How do they give you a call? Is it on your social media page?
My office number is 835-8457, or you reach me on Facebook on social media.
Okay, what's hold on? Let me get that number. You said 835
409-835-8457.
8457.
Yeah.
Okay. 835-8457. Boom, it's right here, y'all.
But after hours, it's an answering service that picks up, and we get the message the next morning. But
Okay.
just when we can meet.
Yeah,
You come out, be somewhere for
that's
lunch.
that's Trina. She's a therapist in this area. She has a nonprofit called Pop Psych, and they're doing good things in the community. So
Okay.
uh, she probably
Yeah.
would. And I have her on
And
the show.
we had Spelltop Center came in with some of their clients a few days ago.
Mhm.
And we made them all honorary judges. They all got certificates with their names on them. I told them, now you go back, remember they have to call you judge. You know, it was
Yeah,
fun.
you get
It was a lot.
you get adults to come in there to be
Sir,
honorary. You get adults to come in there and be honorary judges too.
I do it for them too. We've had several of them come in just for a photo op. You know, put the robe on, sit on the bench. Bragging rights. Especially with the kids when they go back to school, especially in the summertime, they'll come in. We'll get on the robe on them. So I told them, when you go back to school, you show them. They say what you did for summer. I was a judge. Here's the proof on the photo.
Yeah.
I do the same thing on weddings when the elders come in, the grandparents.
Hmm.
We'll make them honorary judges. We have certificates naming them on paper as honorary judges. You know, and it puts a smile on their face, and it warms my heart to see somebody smiling on positive when they come to court. That's
Do
what.
you know? Do you know a Bernadette Sam?
Yep. Went to school
Bernadette
with
Sam.
her.
Okay, yeah. Brandon Johnson. That is her nephew. He was giving you a shout out.
Okay.
I can't,
Yeah.
man.
We had fun. So we turn lights down low. We have a Bluetooth speaker where we can play music. Like
Mhm.
a full wedding. We let them march in, bridesmaids, best man, everything.
How much is it to get married?
It's $60 to get married for weddings.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, and 100 on the weekends on Saturdays.
That's still not bad too.
No, compared to go spend $10,000-$20,000 and you do it in my courtroom, so it don't cost you anything. Courtroom's free. It's
Yeah,
the
you can
people
use that 10-12,000 and go on a honeymoon.
on the honeymoon or down payment on the house.
Yeah, for sure.
I
That's what we
suggest
need.
payment on the house. You can always have a house. You go on honeymoon, which you have a few days.
Yep.
Put down on a home, you got a lifetime.
Somebody says, does Ben doing any mentoring to kids who want to be a JP?
Sure. I'll talk to them. We've had a lot of parents bring their kids, and we'll talk in the office, go sit in the courtroom. Encourage them. Main thing, stay in school, get your education.
Yeah, I always say, like people always talk down on like the police force and all that, and I'd be like, man, I mean, if you think it's an issue, then I think we need more people as police officers, as lieutenants, sergeants, captains, and
It's
stuff
not a
like
good
that.
thing. You want to see change, be the change you want to see.
You got to be the change, man. You can't like dog out this
No.
police force, and then when you call for help, you calling for them to help you. So, I mean, you can't have it one way or the other.
Same things back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s,
Hmm.
and I didn't agree with, and one of the reasons I became a police officer to make a difference. That's
Yeah,
one thing my dad always said. You want to see change? Make a difference. Be the change. You don't like the way things are done, and get in there and get it right.
yeah,
And I always believe in treating people fair. You know,
yeah. Some people just want to complain though, just like TRE you just said. I also seen you make a post of, man. A big deal was going on with Mardi Gras. How'd you
just
feel about Mardi Gras?
I don't think it was well put together. It wasn't advertised very well.
Yeah.
They're making a circle in the parking lot of Ford Park.
Hmm.
Like I said, it was like a NASCAR, very slow
Yeah.
NASCAR race, just going around in a circle. We had Mardi Gras down in Port Arthur
Hmm.
for years, the whole Proctor Street strip, from the
Hmm.
seawall all the way down to the other end. Kids on both sides.
Yeah.
They had it down on Crockett Street, kids on both sides from one end to the other end. It was a huge thing, you know. And
Yeah.
back when
You had more of a community involvement back
community
then.
involved in it, it's like the fair. We used to have on Gulf Street at old fairgrounds. Whole
Yep.
community was involved every time we had the state fair.
Yep.
Same way now. But to go around in a circle in a parking lot,
Hmm.
come on.
Yeah.
You know, it
I even seen,
wasn't very organized, and I don't think it was very advertised, and it wasn't a very big turnout.
no, it wasn't advertised like it's supposed to be.
No.
I mean, a lot of people when we see Mardi Gras, when we see the videos, we see like the parades and the floats going down the street with people on the side of the roads and they having a good time, and that's what we see. And what we saw at Ford Park is nothing like we see
No.
as far as Mardi Gras, and it just turned a lot of people off.
Yeah, Mardi Gras like going through the neighborhoods and you kids standing on their front yards, people standing on the front yards getting bees thrown at them or
Mhm.
candy or whatever. It's got to be a better way than. I'm sorry, it's got to be a better way than what they did recently.
Yeah.
Let's go
Uh,
back.
I s-
Let's go back to Port Arthur. Anything. Then going
yeah,
around in a circle in a parking lot. Come on, man.
I think so because like as far as the community, as far as this area, like we have like the state fair, and so Port Arthur has Mardi Gras. I think Orange had a Mardi Gras, and people say it was pretty nice out there. So I mean, to spread
Louisiana,
things out,
Louisiana and New Orleans, they
mhm.
turn out for Mardi Gras.
Lake Charles, I heard Lake Charles was pretty
You
nice
know,
too.
some of the areas out there, but especially New Orleans. If you want to get a hotel room in New Orleans, you better call at least a year in advance.
Yeah, yeah, for that particular time. Yeah,
Yeah,
the way the way they culture embrace Mardi Gras is like that. I like that. That's dope.
yeah, it's a party. You know,
I seen you recently you posted Miss Faye Savoy. Who was Miss Faye Savoy? You said she was like
yeah,
civil rights.
I mean, she was one of she was very active in the community in Port Arthur with the civil rights movements. She organized at what was it? Martin Luther King support group.
Hmm.
When Coretta Scott King came in years ago, and they got together and organized that. just to bring awareness. And every year they had the dinner, but she's always been active in the community. You know,
Yeah.
sweet young lady, sweet woman. I met her several times, took a few pictures with her here and there, but
Mhm.
she was like everybody's grandmother. You know, she talked to you like the grandmother and, treated you right. You know, like that was your grandmother, and it
Yeah.
was, I knew she'd been sick, but, it still hurts when you see somebody that you care about and they pass.
Yeah.
But condolences to her family, Christian Manuel, that was his grandmother, you
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, but when you were saying as far as like as far as civil rights and somebody in this area that dedicated their life to it, I was like, man, I think that's somebody that a lot of
Back
people should know
side,
about.
civil rights movements, you name it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as you being in as far as public service, what you've been like over 40 years, right?
45 years. Uh,
What keeps you motivated? What keeps you still like grinding it out?
I love working in the community. I love working with the people, being out there and just, that's what I always wanted to do, you
Yeah.
know. And it takes its toll after a while. It's, you see things that you can't unsee.
Hmm.
And there's times I'll wake up in the middle of the night and flash back to something I've dealt with, it's, you see it fresh. Like the
Yeah.
plane crash. It was pretty bad. He wasn't intact, unfortunately. You know,
Jeez.
yeah, they were located the body at night, but it was the morning before we can actually get out there to him to retrieve the body.
Hmm.
Come back. You know,
Yeah.
we were identifying from a photo that his son sent me to
Yeah.
confirm it that it was actually him. You know,
That's tough right there.
so I've seen all the pedestrian accidents, car wrecks, pedestrian train accidents, industrial accidents with the port, some of the refineries and stuff, and it's things that you just cannot unsee. It's like being with the fire department.
Hmm.
There's things these firefighters don't see, and EMTs that they can't show you on TV.
Yeah.
We can't bring the family in, especially on suicides. I made a mistake one time and allowed a dad to go in. He wanted to make sure that was his son, and I can still hear the man screaming.
Damn.
You know, so it takes its toll after a while. But I say a prayer when I get a call.
Hmm.
I did a prayer on the way driving there. Say a prayer over the body for the family, and the last one for strength to continue on. You know, but
What would
making
you What would you give? What advice would you give somebody going into the justice system as far as fulfilled? What would you give somebody? What advice would you give to a young guy out there?
put your faith in God. Be humble. Go in where you care about the community, care about the people that you're serving. You don't look above anybody. We're all human beings. There's only one race that's a human race. So you got to look beyond, the color of somebody's skin and treat everybody with fairness and respect. Because that could be your family, has been involved in something. It could be your kids, your mother, sisters, whatever.
Hmm.
Even treating people the way I would want to be treated. I set bonds the way I would want somebody to set a bond if somebody hurt my family.
Hmm.
Um, and that's the whole thing about the Justice of the Peace Court. It was created for the people, by the people, for a place for people to go to settle their differences. So the Justice of the Peace always been a member of the community that the people count on to do the job. And
Yeah.
if you have a weak stomach, it's not the job for you.
Yeah, it definitely takes a strong stomach, a strong heart to see all these different things happening in a community, and you have to be out there. You can't call in sick, and
Ooh, and you
yeah,
can't say, "I'll take that call. I don't want to see that." I'm sorry,
yeah,
that's your job.
yeah.
I take the calls regardless of day or night, weekends, holidays, rain. I'll tell them about it. I keep a raincoat in the trunk of my car. I keep rubber boots and a bowel suit, the whole
Hmm.
white that you zip up
Hmm.
because you don't know what you're going to walk in on.
Yeah.
I've been to fire scenes where we have to go into the houses to, you know, locate the body, and you know, and it's rough.
Yeah.
Some of the fires are, on murder scenes that were just covered up by the fire. We've had several of those in here in Beaumont.
As far as the polls, have you been hitting the polls? As far as campaigning?
Yeah, well, I can't really do it too much, because I'm still on duty, on call for still working. So I've been doing it after hours. I've gone a few times just to pop in on like a lunch break and check in on the poll workers, bring meals to my poll workers, and just being visible for a while.
Yeah, as I think the polls is open tomorrow, Saturday.
Sunday, I'll be out there Sunday. I'll be out there tomorrow. And we have Rogers Park, John Paul Davis Center, D.L. Johns Library here in Beaumont, the 3 early voting locations.
Yeah, man. Y'all, if y'all haven't voted out there, y'all need to go get y'all, man. Go ahead and go out there and vote, man. Get that over with. It don't take that long.
Bring 5, bring the many people you can put in your car.
Yeah.
If you need to rent a van or a bus, rent one. Come on, please come on and vote. Your vote
Yeah.
matters. Your vote makes a difference.
That's why I tell people all the time, as far as like local voting, I think that's more important because now you can vote somebody that you see that's active in the community. You can kind of tell that person really cares, and you can vote them person in. You could have somebody that really speaks for you.
The local elections are the most important because that's people you see every day. You see them in the grocery stores, mall, on the street. You may pull up next to them at a red light. There's somebody you can relate to and see. And you have to have somebody that's been out there before. Don't just get into politics and think you're going to get elected just because you all of a sudden you want to run. That don't happen. And people want to know who you are and what you're standing for, what you stand about. Integrity matters. Experience and qualifications matter.
Exactly. You definitely have the experience. You definitely have the qualifications. So, it's hard to beat that out.
Yeah, we found out recently I'm the longest serving Jefferson County employee with 45 years of service to the county.
Okay.
I thought there's somebody else older than I am still running around there, but
hey, man,
I was 20 years old. You buy a gun. The sheriff gave me a bag of marbles and a slingshot. Told me to go guard the prisoners.
Yeah, I think they get I think they get a little mace. I think they get some mace or what, some spray.
A jail. You had a set of keys and a pair of handcuffs.
That's it.
Yeah, they gave me a gun with no bullets in it. I couldn't have a gun until I turned 21. It was like a month, about 2 months. I was working before I could easily buy a gun. But we did what we had to do. He gave me a chance. He believed in me and gave me a chance to get in there and then go into the Sheriff Academy in '83. I started in '81 and '83. I was a sergeant on desk, and I went to the Sheriff Academy, became a deputy sheriff, and then worked my way up from there.
Yeah. Somebody said I'll come pick you. I already voted. I already got my vote in today, Friday. I think I voted yesterday. I voted yesterday. So I already got my vote in, my brother. If I would have known, hey, we could have went and voted together, but it's all good. Anything else you want to leave on, Judge, before we get out of here, man? I appreciate you coming on. To have this conversation.
Yeah, I just asked them, please get on vote. Give me reelect me for justice peace one more term, and I'm in it to win it. I'm here to serve all the citizens.
How long is that term, by the way?
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years.
Third term. I've been there going on. This year be 8 years.
Okay, so yeah, we trying to get you in for what is it, 2026? So 2030.
2030 be my goal.
2030, man.
With the county.
Got you, man. Judge, I appreciate you coming on, man, and finally blessing the show. As far as a Cowboy fan from one to the other, I finally got you here and stuff like that. So stay strong. Hopefully, I can see you somewhere out there soon.
Yeah, I have a autographed football from Super Bowl 19 in my office.
Oh, for real?
Cowboy helmets. My god kids talking about those, but they couldn't talk about the football.
Oh man, how you let your god kids get you out?
Football for Super Bowl 19.
Dang, man, you let that go?
I'm dying or die.
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys, win or lose.
Okay, hey, shout out to Miss Penny
Y'all
Hudson.
don't hold that against me, though. The Cowboy haters, don't hold that against me.
Don't hold that against him, man. Look, don't hold that. We speaking experience. Hold the experience that he has for him. Don't use sports against him, though.
Exactly, bro.
I appreciate you coming on, Judge. I thank you, man. I hope you have a blessed weekend out there.
You too, man. Appreciate it, Floyd.
Yes, sir.
Y'all take care.
All right. All right. So look, man, I haven't did a via social media, via Zoom or wherever you want to call it, but the judge, he had some issues, so we still got it done. We had some technical difficulties, but we still got it done. That's Judge Ben Collins out there. He is running against Stacey Lewis. I'm sorry. My bad, Stacey. Why I butcher my man name? Stacey Lewis. Both two good men, even though I had the judge on. The judge is a good man. Stacey Lewis is a good dude too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not discriminating on nothing. I know both of these guys. They're both good guys out there. But so you need to just go ahead and vote anyway. Get your vote in. Uh, Wherever you at. I mean, they got stations set up. I mean, I think people that have stayed in Beaumont long enough to know what areas to go vote. So if you don't know where to go vote, just hit me up, man. I'll tell you where to go to vote. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. That's not my thing. But as far as voting, just go out there and vote, dog. It don't take that long. It take maybe like 10 minutes. It's some propositions out there that you can vote for too. Some simple yes and no's. It's not trickery. It doesn't make you think. It's just some simple questions. You could just hit yes or no. You don't even have to answer most of those questions. If you don't know the people on the ballot, you could skip that. You could just vote for the people that you know, the positions that you know. Because trust me, it's a lot of positions out there to vote for that we don't know who the hell they are. We don't even know who the hell these positions is that they're running for. So you don't have to vote for them. A simple just pay attention. Brandon Johnson, but a simple just vote for who you know. But in the meantime, man, hey, next Friday we got another awesome guest. It's just cracking, it's just rolling. I appreciate everybody that's been tapping in, man. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting the Patreon. If you missed this show, you can watch it on YouTube. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio, and et cetera, et cetera. And if you need more links, just hit me up. I'll give you the link for that. Appreciate everybody that's been supporting the Patreon. I got some dope episodes on Patreon. It's just $2 just to support, man. Y'all spend it on these little apps and stuff like that. It's just $2 to get these dope Patreon episodes that I've been putting out. Y'all been seeing the clips. So instead of seeing the clips, you could get the whole show. And you can get it before everybody gets the clips and stuff. Okay, yeah. Regina Book said, please do your research on the propositions on my page. I have the candidates and I have the propositions on my page. You can go look at it. You can do your research. You might have to blow the picture up to look at it, but it's all on there. Do your research. It's pretty simple though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's pretty easy this time. Yes, Terry Boy say it's best to wait until you know the candidates. Do some homework. Real talk. It's getting a little late for y'all. Hurry up and do your homework. Set your priorities. This is a priority number one. Do your research on some of these candidates. You're voting for the governor. You're voting for all this type of stuff for the primaries. So just do all that, man. But anyway, like I said, man, go support the Patreon. Go support the Patreon. We rocking and rolling on the Patreon. Until then, man, y'all be safe out there. Y'all be blessed. Continue grinding and going after your goals, man. Don't let these people knock you, man. No matter what age you is, if you want to do something, go do it. Don't let these people knock you off your pivot. Stay strong, all right, man? Be blessed out there. I love y'all. I will see y'all next Friday. We got a dope guest next Friday too, man. We rocking and rolling. We ain't stopping. Until then, man, y'all be safe. Peace. I'm out of here.